Okay guys, got a couple packages in. One came the other day and I was waiting for the other one to get here so I could just do a video of this all together. But basically guys, I got a new EDC light, EDC flashlight, and I also got some rechargeable batteries, which are probably some of the best rechargeables on the market that you can buy for AA and AAAs. So I kind of wanted to put this video together and show you the new EDC light, plus show you the batteries. So if you're looking for something where you can just use rechargeables and save a lot of money that way and always have batteries on hand, this video is going to be something that's going to be good for you. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and open the light, and I'll be using my Benchmade 940 Osborne's, my EDC today. Very sharp, very nice knife for EDC purposes. Okay, so here is the new light. This is the 4/7 Preon P2. Okay, it has the XPG Gen 2. Let me get that out of here. And now I'll show you the other thing I got, which is the rechargeable batteries. So I can just always have them on hand. And actually, I'm going to be getting more of the batteries, but this is just for starters. Okay, so here's what I got. Sanyo and a loop. AAAs, which is what this one takes. First I'm going to talk about the light, then I'll talk about the batteries, and here's the charger. This was already unboxed. This is just a cheap little charger from eBay. It charges AA and AAAs, either one. And now let's get into the light for a little bit. I have never handled one of these before or seen one in person, and what's cool is they do come with batteries, 2 Duracell AAAs, and I'm really anxious to see the weight on this thing, and I'll tell you guys a little bit about why I got this light. Oh man, this is unbelievable. This is lighter than an ink pen. Now you gotta remember the batteries aren't in it yet, but this is lighter than an ink pen. This thing is just featherweight. Let me give you a shot down into the reflector there with the LED. But I mean, this thing is light as a feather, guys. I can't believe it. So what I'm going to do now is I'll just go ahead and use these Duracells that came with it. And hang on one second. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put the batteries in. Cut them out of the plastic. And I'm going to try it like this. See if this is the right way. Wow, the threads are very nice and smooth. You can see it has a rubber O-ring right here. So this is waterproof. Okay, now we're on low mode, and you're really not going to see this too well, just due to the fact that I have about, I don't know, about 700-800 watts of light around me. So there's low. There's medium. Well, medium has a pretty good output throw. Not too bad at all. And there is high. Nice. Like I said, I really can't tell too well with the lights on in here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and turn the lights out. And it's not going to be completely dark in here, but I'm going to run through the modes for you and let you see how bright this Preon 2 is. Okay guys, here's a little run through the modes on the Preon 2. There's low, medium, and high. As you can see, it's definitely adequate light. For what I can see in here, just kind of testing this light out, it's a very wide spill. You get a lot of coverage. It's not a spot at all. So like kind of across the room, it's lighting up pretty much the width, and as far as from ceiling to the floor, I'm getting a lot of coverage from side to side and up and down. So the beam spill is very wide on this. As I scan across here, I mean, you can maybe see how wide the beam spill is. Now in comparison, here is my Through Night TI. This was my EDC today that I carried, and I'm going to show you the beam difference on this. This is a 60 lumen light. So there's the, from the same distance, there's the beam and spill on this. And now with this one, you can see just how wide the spill is. It does have a nice concentrated hot spot there. The beam is very smooth. I don't see any artifacts at all. And this is really a nice EDC light. It's going to be a very nice EDC light. Now I'm going to talk about that for a little bit, why I wanted this for an EDC. Okay guys, the reason for me going with the Preon 2 for an EDC light is because I wanted something that I could carry with different types of clothing that is lighter and smaller than the more common tactical lights, like the TN11S that I carry and the M20 Warrior. I wanted something that you could have on you at all times with no excuses, with adequate light output, and would always be there for you, you know, whenever you should need it. I'm going to do a video in a day or two, so if you're wanting to get a light like this, you might want to wait and watch this video. I'm going to do a video on different flashlights, and after using these LED lights for a good few years now, I'm going to explain to you how you can sometimes go overkill on a light, and it can actually hinder the use that you need it for, depending on the circumstance that you're going to use the light in. So I'm going to help you think about exactly what type of light you need, how many lumens, and you know, how big or small for your specific situation, because you can go overkill on lumens to where it actually starts to hinder what you need the light for. So there is different applications for these lights, and you don't always want to have the highest lumen output that you can have, and I will explain all that in an upcoming video, and I'll have the other lights out on the table. Okay, let's talk about the in-a-loop batteries for a little bit. Now there is a newer version of these. I didn't realize that until I already ordered these. These last 1,500 charges, so if you charge these every single day from a dead cell, these would last you over 4 years, if you charged them every single day. They also will last fully charged, or they will last 75% of a full charge for 3 years if you store them fully charged. So if you have these in a drawer and you had fully charged them, you will have 70% of that charge up to 3 years. So that's pretty good to be able to store these and have that much, you know, have that much power. Here's kind of a chart that shows you 1 year you're pretty much holding close to full capacity. 2 year you're at about 80%, and 3 year at 75%. So they have these in AA as well. So even for any kind of household items you have, remote controls, anything that uses batteries, I'm switching to all envelopes for my AA and AAAs. And I'm just going to use this cheap charger that does either double or AAA for the light. This was my EDC for today. And for the applications that I was going to need, or that I may need a light in, this was more than adequate for what I needed it for. And let me see, guys, here if I give you a little shot, let you know about the lumens before I go. Okay, as you know, it takes 2 AAA batteries. The max lumens is 160, and the low lumens is 2.2. The runtime is 23 hours on the lowest setting, and 0.8 hours on the highest setting. Okay, and we'll talk about that in my video. You know, that might not sound like a lot of time, but considering how often you click on a light real quick and click it off to look at things or to look for something, these lights last longer than you think, guys. Like I said, I've been dealing with these lights for a few years now, and I know what I'm talking about with this stuff. It also has strobe, SOS, and beacon, which I didn't get into. But that's it, guys. This is the 4.7's Preon 2, my new EDC light for the specific situations when I want something small and light, but still want to have something on me. Part 2 to this video, with comparing other flashlights and talking about what you may need for your application, is coming up real soon in a couple days. Alright, guys. Till next time, this is H4T, And I am out.